I'm Jordan Stone with The Good Ride, and I'm here so you don't have to settle. You can find a snowboard that makes your soul shine. Today, we've got a classic board from Yes, the women's Hell Yes. This is their high-end premier women's snowboard, all-mountain women's snowboard. I got to ride this, and I've been able to ride this in a variable conditions in Pacific Northwest, from some mild powder to ice to groomed, even a little bit of slush. Typically ride a 152. That's what this is a 152. This is my ideal sizing. I'm about 135, 140, 5'6". I rode this with the now Condas and the K2 Kinsley boot. Pros of this board: it is the sort of one board quiver killer. It is centered when you want to ride, but it has set back for powder. It also is just a gorgeous, beautiful top graphic this year. Cons of the board: just like any all-mountain quiver killer, it is good at everything, not great at everything. But if you're one of those people who just needs one board, it's hard to beat all the versatility of this Hell Yes and everything that it has available to you. The Hell Yes features a directional volume twin. So when you're on reference, this is gonna feel like a true twin board, but if you set it all the way back to the inserts, magically it's gonna turn into a new directional board. So it really is two boards in one.
And this review is brought to you by Blower Board Shop. They're a great shop with a strong online presence. If you're in the US, give them a look, click through our links, and buy something. It greatly helps the Good Ride.
The Hell Yes features a Camrock camber, so you're gonna get camber between the inserts, a little bit of early rise in the tip and tail to that kind of rocker right on that tip and tail. Rocker starts right about here on each of that. What that's gonna mean for you is you're gonna get that nice edge hold of a camber, but then you're gonna get the beefiness, the control of an early rise. You're gonna be able to get through chunky stuff, thicker snow. You set that back, you're now gonna get the rocker and the lift to the front of the nose and also be able to sink, giving you an easier time and keeping you from going over the handlebars. So Yes boards feature a form of disrupted side cut called Underbite. With the Underbite, they're just gonna have a little disruption right at the inserts, right at your reference, and if you look closely enough, it kind of looks like a little waver. That's not your eyes playing tricks on you. What this actually does is gonna give you more contact points when you're riding on icy condition or packed powder condition, or even if you're going at speeds and wanna have that great edge hold. So the flex on the Hell Yes, they put it at about a 4 out of 5. I would probably agree with it. It's got quite a bit of pop through this. And that's through the middle. In that tail, you can see that you're gonna get a lot of spring off of that. And then let's see here, across the nose. Oh yeah, a lot of spring in this board. A lot of pushback on it. It is stiff, but I wouldn't say that it is unfriendly in that stiffness. You're still gonna get control out of this. You're still gonna be able to manipulate that camber. Really easy to pop on an ollie with this. If you have the technique to be able to do a good ollie, this thing responds very quickly to that. You're gonna get a lot of lift. However, because of that stiffness, not really a super easy butter board. If you can get all the way back there, if your knees allow it, you could probably butter, but I'd go a little softer on a board if you really wanted a butter board. Given all the features of the Underbite, this Camrock, that rocker with on the tip and tail, this board handles really well in uneven snow. I've ridden it in thicker kind of spring conditions as well as thick midwinter conditions, and this thing just plows through it. It features a pretty stiff profile, and that stiffness lends itself to kind of charging through stuff instead of just bucking you around all over the place. So I'm a bit of a speed freak. I always like to test boards and see how fast they want to go. It's not a good day unless I'm challenging my male counterparts down the hill a little bit. Base on this is really fun, especially if you're someone who's an intermediate rider. You want to see what it feels like to go fast and still feel in control and feel in support. I've actually sent this board out with numerous women, and they've come back telling me they've never gone faster on a board and felt more in control. That's all thanks to their centered base. Keep this thing waxed and it will treat you well for a long time. Turning. I really enjoy turning this board. It is Quick underfoot when you want it to be, playful underfoot when you want it to be, but also can really hold an edge. The limitations of it, I think, come a little bit from the flex, but that also comes with experience and force. If you are an advanced rider, if you're somebody who's been riding for a long time, really likes to go fast and then put in hard carves, this board may not be the board for you for that specific thing. Go for something that's stiffer, that has a longer effective edge to really put in a Euro carve and a Euro trench. I did try to see if I could do a full like 3/6 Euro carve on this, and about halfway through I lost the edge. However, I was able to get onto a side, do some little reverts, play around with that edge, and found even in icy conditions where pretty much no board, except for maybe a magna traction edge, can hold edge, it still managed to keep me upright. I didn't slip out. The turn initiation on this board, if sized correctly, will be a medium to medium fast reaction on it. So once you do get it on edge, it's pretty quick underfoot. You're going to be able to spring in and out of the turns quick as long as you're regulating your speed. Again, speed is sort of the limiting factor on this board. Once you do start getting to those higher speeds, it can wash out a little bit, especially if you're really trying to do a full carve, a full 360 carve. Side cut on this is a very balanced side cut. It's a variable radius side cut, so you can really do anything from quick through the trees to big open glades, long banking turns. I will say if you like a surfier feel, you like quick underfoot like this, maybe going more directional, or even setting back and see how that feels using those setback inserts. Powder. Speaking on the versatility of this board, I cannot emphasize enough how amazing it is that they incorporated these setback inserts into this board. Again, making this board transform essentially from a true twin into a directional board. Using the setback inserts at a 21-inch stance width, you get a 2.625 setback on board. So being this setback gives you an introduction, gives you a little taste of what it might feel like to be on a free ride directional board. On to switch park and pipe. When you're standing on reference stance, this feels almost like a true twin. And really most people are not gonna feel the difference on this. If you decide that you wanna turn around and ride switch, given the flex of it, it can be a little bit more challenging, but absolutely capable of riding switch, landing switch, jumping switch, all those fun things because you're gonna get the same volume on the nose and the front set at reference. I wouldn't entirely recommend this board for rails. It is a little stiff for rails, but if you are a pipe rider and you like to go on pipe, it's got that great long effective edge. You can set it at a true twin or you can set it back just a little to get some nose, and that should give you the power and the edge hold to be able to get out of a pipe. Overall, the Hell Yes is a great option for somebody who's looking for a one board that's gonna do a little bit of everything. It's gonna give you a true twin feeling, as well as the opportunity to set back and ride something directional and powder. If you're a woman that links their turns, feels pretty confident on blue trails, give this thing a try. This is their aggressive board. I put this at their higher end, but by no means does that mean that it is limited to only aggressive riders. If you are in that intermediate and you're looking to progress your skills, you're looking to try something new, something with a little bit of camber, still with the nice flexibility of a rocker, and the opportunity to try something in powder that's set back and can give you a little surfy vibe of a directional board, the Hell Yes and this beautiful graphic might be your next board.